Hello and welcome to my Elite Dangerous From Scratch to Raw Materials near Dab's Hope. Sis Zoom. Sis Scoop. So we need to see if there's any materials showing up on that back sensor. If not, we'll go toward the center until they start showing up. After this video, we'll go back over to the Dab's Hope and collect some more manufactured materials. Which I'll probably just show you one more video since we bought the last, before these raw materials, we showed you two manufactured videos, so we'll probably just do one more and then one more raw, and then we'll go on to Jameson crash site and collect encoded materials. Be a couple of videos on that. Okay, we're starting to see some materials. The top level is more manufactured, like a ship or settlement, mining camp, canisters, things like that. Which I do now. I used to do, and I do have videos on Skimmer and Stinger combat, so you can look up Stinger and Skimmer on my YouTube channel and you'll see plenty of those, but I have converted over to bounty hunting. I like that better. Yes, it's fun to shoot things with an SRV, but they have support ships that come shoot at you, and it's not as much fun when you get chased by a ship and you have no place to hide, so, or no cover or anything like that. So it's not, I don't like that too much. So I'd rather, it's more of a better fight, bounty hunting and res sites. So now I do that. But please look to the lower right hand corner of the video and press that subscribe button. That'd really help us out, and it's free. It doesn't cost you anything, but that's what we need the most for YouTube. YouTube requires that I have 1,000 subscribers, and after a year and 1,500 videos, we have a little over 220, so we need much more help. YouTube allows you, as a viewer, to subscribe to 2,000 channels for free, so we just need one of those free ones. And underneath the video to the far left, you'll see our YouTube channel, GFM_RDG, where you can watch and find those 1,500 additional videos. And underneath the video in the description, you see ways to donate, join our Patreon, find the fleet carrier to add tritium to its fuel tank. All of those ways would really help us out, and we need lots of help. And I have an HP Reverb G2, and because Frontier never added the G2's controllers to its settings, I have to use a HOTAS, and it works pretty good. But like at Dab's Hope, collecting those manufactured materials on that loop where we go around Dab's Hope, that doesn't work quite so well with the HOTAS. My Oculus Rift S touch controllers worked much better. So those are configured by Frontier into Elite Dangerous, the Oculus Rift S touch controllers, but not HP Reverb G2 controllers. Much more challenging. But we need lots of materials. but it'll probably take 5 to 10 times more trips to load up on the materials than you're, I'm sure, willing to watch. So I'll show you some of them, try to keep you from getting too bored with it, but then I have to spend some more time collecting, because the goal is to fill them up as much as possible, our inventory of materials. That's part of the end game, and that's what we're doing with these alt accounts. The From Scratch series is to get to an end game point for an alt account, and that's one Python upgraded by the engineers to a pretty good point, all its major modules, and have 100 million in credits, have most of the materials gathered. Takes me about a month and a half of playtime to get to that point. And I have 5 alt accounts. So far I've done From Scratch 1 and now From Scratch 2. And we'll do a From Scratch through 5. Now, when Odyssey comes out, I have signed up for to be a alpha tester. Signing up for that costs you an additional $15. You have to pay to be an alpha tester. But the only reason I'm willing to do it, because to bring you early access where you can see Odyssey as soon as it's available, is the only reason that spent the money. It was like $54, $55 to be an alpha tester, or to get Odyssey and pre-order Odyssey and to be an alpha tester. And I'll do beta, just like I did with the fleet carriers. So if you want to watch the beta for fleet carriers, I have plenty of video on that. It was beta 1 and beta 2 and then release. All in my YouTube channel. See how it tries to spin you out. Now this HOTAS, it's pretty challenging. We have quite a ways before we fill up. And this is usually about the limit. It's like this video and one more raw and one more manufactured, but I need to stay out much longer than that gathering materials. Now I'm not sure now I'm going to spend as much extra time because of Odyssey coming, and because it's based on the recording of this video. When I say that, Odyssey could already be out by the time you watch this video, so just kind of take that in mind. I might be talking future tense, even though I might have Odyssey videos, because it's based on record date. So I don't know how, probably not that many more. I'll probably just go ahead after I do one more manufactured material and one more raw, just go ahead and go to Jameson, because it's kind of video sake now. I don't think I'm going to spend too many additional trips out here without using them for video. Because I've got 5 games going on right now. I can't do a lot of extra besides that because I just don't have the time. And I schedule them out, that way I'm not panicking to get them done. Okay, we got some that way. Let's see if there's any more. We got some this way. Now if it comes down to we need more materials for a specific engineer, then we'll spend more time on it, collecting those materials. But we can move materials around through the material trader, and I have videos on material traders. I usually show you those. But these are come-along videos. I just do my normal gameplay. You come along, you get to watch them. See the month and a half that it takes normally for me to max out an alt account from scratch. Now the difference is, with mine, could be, is I have a fleet carrier. So it becomes a taxi for my alt accounts. So I don't have to travel as far as someone that's starting from scratch that doesn't have a fleet carrier. But other than that, like I go all the way out to Sothis and Ceos to do cargo missions. Well, you don't really have to go out that far. You can pick an area, maximize your reputation with the factions, and deliver missions and just grind it. Or you can do asteroid mining. I've got plenty of asteroid mine videos, and part of our alt account in-game, there's 500 tons of asteroid mining that we do, and you can watch those asteroid mining videos that we have. But I tell you, out of my comfort zone, that's that Half-Life Alyx that I'm doing. You need to watch those. Yeah, I'm not much of a combat, and it's all combat, so pretty much. There is some gathering materials and stuff, gathering stuff that you need. That part I enjoy, but oof, it gets rough. I'm on chapter 4 as of the recording of this video, and woo, boy, that's a booger. For someone that's his love is not combat. So at some point, when I just can't take it anymore on Half-Life Alyx, it's just too hard for my game style, I'm going to start it over. I'm going to do a from scratch with Half-Life Alyx also, and start over. And maybe by the time I get to the point where I decided to start over, I'm more comfortable and I can get further. And yes, I use a VR headset, the HP Reverb G2. It's a nice headset, it really is. Is it perfect? No, but it's pretty good. Oh, it is rough. You can tell. I'm sure because the way this video's bouncing around. And the headset, it's bouncing around too. Took me a couple of weeks to get used to the motion, because I got motion sickness when I first started doing VR. Now it doesn't bother me at all. But it used to. I just played for about 15 minutes a time and then took a break from it. And after a couple of weeks, then I was good. Those go away. And on the forums, everybody else says the same thing, so that's pretty common. But I recommend the VR. My Oculus Rift S was good. The HP Reverb G2 is better. And there's a few that's on the horizon that looks pretty incredible. So, yeah. The future for VR looks really good. Now, Odyssey only ships in SRVs will be in VR. Space Legs will not. So, not super happy about that, but because everything I do is VR, and it'll be a projection on my VR headset instead of true 3D. So I'm not excited about that, but I want to bring it to you because everybody's going to be excited about Odyssey. So I want to show you what Odyssey is about from a VR perspective. So the ships and the SRVs will still be in VR, and that'll be nice. So we'll be landing on planets with atmosphere and plant life and all of that. So that'll be kind of cool. But as soon as we get out on foot, it's not going to be in 3D. So. I'll do these two. Let's see what kind of time we got. Yeah, we'll do these two and this will be it. And we'll go back to Dav's Hope. Collect some manufactured materials and then we'll go to Jameson. Or we'll go to... Probably correction. We'll probably go to Dav's Hope, collect manufacture materials, then come back out here for one more raw material, and then we'll go to Jameson. Says we got one more, probably one more here. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, I appreciate you coming along, and in the next video we'll go over to Dav's Hope, collect some manufactured materials, then come back for one more raw, and then we'll go out to Jameson Crash Site. So until then, thank you for watching. Goodbye.